Folks, a video landed on my lap, and I was like, this can't be real. Sam Bankman-Fried interviewed by Tucker Carlson. So there's only so much I can play, okay? But I want to at least pull this up here because it has to deal with the diddler, P-Diddy, Sam Bankman-Fried, and so much more. So enjoy this little special video here, all right? Because I wasn't prepared for this amount of anarchy. Try not to laugh.
Are you hanging with Diddy? I think he's in there with you.
Oh my God. And look at that face. He's like, uh-oh, I better not drop the egg.
He is. And it's, I don't know, he's been kind. I've made some friends. It's a weird environment. It's sort of a combination of a few other high profile cases and then a lot of, ex-gangsters or sort of, alleged ex-gangsters.
Yes. What's Diddy like?
Choose your words carefully, homie.
Tucker Carlson's facial expressions are very underrated. I mean, this is the closest he's ever talked to someone who's been in a gang or any kind of. It's like,
oh, hey, listen. If Sam's not careful with his next words, the diddler will be up and say, "Hey, man, it's puffy time."
Obviously, I've only seen one piece of him, which is
one piece of him. What piece is that?
Diddy in prison, and he's been kind to people in the unit. He's been kind to me. It's also it's a position no one wants to be in. Obviously he doesn't. I don't. As you said, it's kind of a soul crushing place for the world in general. And what we see are just the people that are around us on the inside, rather than who we are on the outside.
Oh, I'm sure. And you're two of the most famous prisoners in the world in the same unit. What do the armed robbers think?
Well, it's a really interesting question. And of course, some of them are, I think are thinking like, wow, this is sort of a big opportunity. Like, to meet people they wouldn't otherwise get to meet, which is, it shocked me the first time I heard that. Right. It makes sense from their perspective, but like, boy, that's not how I think about prison.
We will witness man-made horrors, the likes of which that will destroy our conception of real life.
Sorry to laugh. No, that's such a good. I bet it's not how you think about it. No,
it's not. And laughing's all you can do sometimes. There's no better alternative. They're good at chess. That's one thing I learned. Like, former armed robbers who don't speak English, and probably didn't graduate middle school, are a surprising number of them are like fairly good at chess. Like, I'm not saying they're grandmasters, but like,
choose your next words carefully. You're getting shanked in the shower, baby.
I lose games to them all the time. I was not expecting that.
Wow. So how is it? That's so interesting. How has that changed your views?
Well, I would.
Okay, so first, so you guys know, Sam Bankman-Fried, just a little bit of a rewind on who he is. This is a guy who had the FTX crypto scandal, all right? This is what shook the foundations of the crypto community, dare I say it. And when I had one of my guests on the show, why am I forgetting his name now? I'm losing it all. Hold on, let me actually pull up his name here. But he worked in the stock exchange, and he has been completely been a treasure trove of information in regards towards why crypto is a bad investment. Now, I'm not a stockbroker. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their personal finances. Michael Vass. Sorry, apologies, my fellow Marine. Michael Vass, and crypto is just like the tulip craze, okay? And FTX was involved with a lot of fraud, federal charges, and especially in regards to conspiracy and federal fraud charges, plus also giving huge amount of donations to Democrat and Republican lawmakers. I'm going to say it again for the people in back. Both Democrat and Republican lawmakers. And so I want to just pull this up here because this was an interesting thing that was pretty crazy, where Tucker says, will SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried, actually ever get out of prison? Will he be able to start a life over again? So I just want to play just this segment, part of that interview. So let's go ahead and pull this up here.
Fair point. So how old are you now?
The funny thing, it took me a second to think of the answer.
And hold on, it's not showing up on the main video, so apologies for that, folks. Let me go ahead and pull that back up here again. There's been a weird technical streaming with StreamYard lately. I apologize. Now it should be showing up for the people. Let's go ahead and pull that up here.
Prison time changes when you're in prison. It becomes sort of an amorphous concept when every day is sort of like the last, and they just blur together. The answer is, well, I guess my birthday's tomorrow. So as of right now, I'm 32, but I will be 33 soon.
How are you going to celebrate your birthday?
Happy birthday, honey.
I'm not. I was never big on birthdays on the outside, and celebrating another year in prison doesn't feel like all that exciting to me.
So you're not going to tell Diddy it's your birthday tomorrow? I don't believe you.
Don't tell Diddy it's your birthday.
Someone else might tell him, but I don't plan to.
So you'll be 33 tomorrow. If you are not pardoned, all things being equal, how old will you be when you get out?
It's a complicated calculation, which I don't understand all the details of because of like First Step Act stuff. And if you just add, my prison sentence to my age, so to speak, then the answer is in my late 40s.
Wow. Could you handle that?
Sorry, what I said was wrong. I misspoke. If you add my prison sentence to my age, the late 50s. If you include all of the possible decreases, it might be the late 40s. But the raw answer is, it's 32 when I was convicted, and I got a 25-year sentence, so that's 57.
Oh God! Oh my God!
Is he trying to get sympathy?
So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird and it's uncomfortable. Yeah.
Having done 2 out of the 25 so far.
Yeah.
Do you
an automatic selector? Why would he be pardoned? Because he gave a lot of politicians money.
You think you could you make it?
It's a good question. I'm not sure. The hardest thing is just not having something meaningful to be doing in here. And you can look at their studies. I have no idea how good they are, but they show, you age at roughly 3 times the normal rate in prison. So, you had 3 times 25 to my 32 years when I was convicted. And, that gets you an answer of maybe.
So, it strikes me there's a kind of weird, you went maybe more than anyone I've ever talked to from one world to a completely different world. So you were in the world of digital money. Now you're in a world with no money.
Oh, yeah.
What's the medium of exchange in prison?
It's whatever people have, and, muffins, like these they're like little plastic wrapped, you go to like a gas station, and like on the counter, there might be like a plastic bowl with little individually wrapped plastic muffins that have been sitting there for a week at room temperature. Imagine one of those.
And he's trying to get the sympathy, but here's something that I do want to pull up here, Nick. While we pull that up here, I want you to get your thoughts on this. So just give me your thoughts on this, because there is an interesting question that Tucker asked about the Democrats and Sammy Boy. So go ahead, Nick. The floor is yours.
I just think this is like, I'm honestly surprised that Tucker would even do this interview, but it just doesn't feel real. It's like, it's like, what are you talking about, dude? You're in jail because you committed a massive crime. Like, I don't have sympathy for you. I'm sorry that you're giving up the best years of your life behind bars. I'm not going to be sorry for that. Like, you deserve this. This is like, I don't understand this interview. What's the point?
Well, here's an interesting point here. And if you guys follow this great content creator, his name is CoffeeZilla. Please, everyone, be sure to follow CoffeeZilla. He's done phenomenal work all over social media. And again, it's not showing. Why is it not showing? I'm so enraged by that. Let me go ahead. It's been an ongoing problem here, but let's go ahead. So this is a question right here. Tucker Carlson asked the biggest con men of a decade why he wasn't rescued by his large political donations. Because that's not how it's supposed to work. Case in point, right here. Want to pull this up here in case the video not showing. It is not showing. Let me stop sharing again, and hopefully it will show up again. This is very disappointing. Sorry about that, folks, for the technical delay here, but we will pull that up here. So here's hoping that we got it in 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Bonus. So, I mean, big picture, without getting into like all the details of your case, but it does seem like you guys made a decision at your company to form political alliances through political donations, which is not singling you out. You're hardly the only businessman who's done that. It's actually kind of par now. But you gave so much to Democrats that I kind of thought they would rescue you in the end. Where were all your friends in the Democratic Party?
That's not how it's supposed to work, but kind of does.
Actually keep their friends from going to jail. Tony Podesta never went to jail. Why did you?
Oh, it's a really good question. Obviously, I can only guess at the answer to that.
Because they don't want to be on a sinking ship. Nick, real quick, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it is a sinking ship, and a lot of people with their finances getting so screwed up would probably maybe revolt over a pardon of this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, precisely, and exactly.
Because I'm not in their minds. But one fact that might be relevant is, in 2020, I was center left, and I gave to Biden's campaign. I was optimistic he'd be a sort of solid center left president. I spent the next few years in DC a lot. Made dozens of trips there, and was really, really shocked by what I saw, not in a good direction from the administration. By late 2022, I was giving to Republicans privately as much as Democrats. And that started becoming known right around FTX's collapse. So that probably played a role.
Why were you shocked? I know you spent a lot of time in DC. There are pictures of you with, you met everybody. What was shocking about it?
So some of it was just more extreme versions of what I worried about. Crypto regulation is a good example.
Mm-hmm. Crypto regulation. He's talking about that because all the politicians, what the thing is, they want money in their pocket and how you could benefit them. But it's just, I know a lot of people are asking, well, why did Tucker do this interview? Well, number one, it's for the views. Number two, it's still a very trending topic. And number three, Donald Trump himself has talked about establishing, you guessed it, a strategic Bitcoin reserve. So who else to ask about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency than the guy who had the largest cryptocurrency exchange, FTX? I mean, my goodness, its name was on a football stadium. All right, that name was promoted by a lot of high-profile celebrities. It's just interesting to see the game played and what happened to Sam. Now, the thing is, look, going behind bars, you're walking out of the world, you're going to be 57 years old. You don't know if you'll have any family members out there waiting for you. You'll be, once the top dog in your 20s, and now you're going to be just on the streets. I mean, it's very sad to see this entire situation play out. But at the same time, too, you did commit fraud. You were found guilty of it. It's pain. I think, if anything, I feel sorry for the people innocent that were in that atmosphere for Sam. That's it.
That's how I feel too. I think it's really a lack of self-awareness for him to even say these things. Like, people lost a lot of money, people lost livelihoods, relationships were probably destroyed.
Yes, that's
this guy wants you. Yeah, this guy wants you to feel bad for him because he's not getting out of prison till he's 57 for committing fraud.
Yeah. And it hurts to watch this because I think of the people that were hurt by FTX who lost everything. And, I would say this to anybody watching: if you're going to be involved in cryptocurrency or anything of that nature, please, for the love of God, do your own research. Double check if this is something you want to, if this is a pool you want to swim in. because every time I've seen the meme coins, every time I see a meme coin rise up, I'm just wondering, when's CoffeeZilla going to do a video on this? Or when is this going to blow up? And I saw this one great documentary, and I've been meaning to send this to Michael Vass as well, and I'll send it to you as well. It's about the downfall of crypto, and then when, like, if you make it all the way to the end, there's this ominous ticking clock sound of crypto and the future of Bitcoin and what it means. And I know there's a lot of people out there who say, "Oh, Bitcoin's going to be good," and maybe Bitcoin's the exception. It's just I fear that Michael Vass's commentary when I had him on the show about the tulip craze is going to happen with crypto and Bitcoin, and the long-term ramifications will impact everyone's finances for the next decade to come. And I think we are walking into a burning house. And I think there's a lot of people out there that want to get rich quick. And I think we've been given a lot of warnings, the meme coin failures, FTX. And if anything, it shows how incompetent our government is in regards to addressing the problem with cryptocurrency and how it will destroy lives. It's like a gambling addiction, folks. Mm-hmm. Be ready. Be careful.
And what I want to say about crypto, which is people have tried to talk me out of this position. The bottom line with crypto is the moment it's not controllable or the moment it gets too big, they will make it illegal to transact with cryptocurrency.
Yep. Agreed. And by the way, there is somebody who I want to give a shout out, final word. Listen, Golden Monarch is actually going to be live on Indie News. I think it's going to be today or Saturday. Golden Monarch, please give me a quick correction while we have you on. But Harlan's Media, okay, Link sent a first interview featuring Sam Bankman-Fried. I will be more than happy to give you that link right away so that you can have it. But my friends, just be careful out there. And hold on, correction. Golden Monarch, Tucker Carlson's interview with SBF is actually SBF's second interview this year. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. All right. And Golden Monarch, you will actually be live on Indie News. So please, folks, follow Indie News Network. It's just be careful the world of crypto. And to the victims of FTX, I'm sorry, but boy, oh boy, man, imagine seeing the second interview already. If he's trying to get sympathy or trying to get a pardon from Trump, if that happens, I think I have to hit my head against a brick wall.